Hey Mango Kingdom, welcome back. Smoothest Mango here, and today we are ranking every weapon in Last of Us from bricks to flamethrowers based on how important they are to the game. Spoiler alert, some of them are absolute duds, and at least one of them is the most life-saving thing you will ever find and will become a very important thing to you, and you will name it. But, you know, that's just me. All right, folks, let's talk tier system setup. First of all, we have S tier. These are the Apocalypse MVPs. Versatile, reliable, must-haves for your playthrough of Last of Us. A tier. They're great, but they're situational or resource dependent, whether that's ammo, supplies, whatever. B tier is solid, but it's not your first pick. Our C tier are niche or underwhelming. Take that for what you will. The point is, not great. Which means that D tier, barely useful, you might as well punch. There's a few of these. If you agree or disagree, make sure to hit in the comments below what is your ultimate zombie slaying tool in Last of Us. What do you yeet to D tier, and what's your ultimate S tier? I want to know about it, because I'm probably going to disagree. But let's start off with the most important weapon you can get in this game. Folks, bow has to be S tier for me. Silent, one-shot kills, it's perfect for stealth. I mean, you can headshot clickers who usually take 2 hits to kill. Bow will kill them with a headshot with only 1. I mean, ammo's rare. You can't craft ammo in Last of Us 1. You can in 2, but that'll be a problem for future us. The bow is absolute S tier, though. It is phenomenal. The value for what you get is perfect. Easy S tier. 9mm pistol. 9mm pistol, I gotta give this is a C tier. It works. It works, but if it's a body shot, it's going to take you like 3 hits to kill. It's your starter gun. It's fast but weak. I mean, it's fine in the early game, but as soon as you get a shot to get around it, you take it. Because unless you hit someone in the face with this, it's just not a go-to weapon. Like, it works. It's not great. Assault rifle. Now, avoiding spoilers here, folks. Assault rifle you get much later in the game, but it is F tier. Like, I'm straight up F-tiering the assault rifle. Folks, I have fired assault rifles before. The assault rifle has an unbelievable kick to it. You are going to spend 20 rounds to do the damage that 3 shots from the 9mm will do. I hate the assault rifle with a passion. It is poorly designed. It is... Like the only excuse for it is you get it late in the game and ammo drops like crazy because it's, end story sequence, if you will. It's a garbage weapon, and I refuse to use it. If you like these kind of videos and you want to see more, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe below, and hit me up in the comments with your thoughts on the video. Next up is the bottle. For those who don't know, this is Brunhilde. Brunhilde's a solid B tier. Brunhilde's solid B tier. You hit an enemy to stun, and then you can run up and one-shot them either with fist or shiv. If it's clicker, you can use it as a distraction. Brunhilde is solid B tier. The brick, however, now some of you might see the brick and think the brick is the same as the bottle. No, not so. Brunhilde is a B tier, but Brick, aka Betsy, solid S tier. Betsy has saved me from so many disastrous consequences of my actions that I can't begin to describe the S tier level of this brick. Betsy has never done me wrong, and I will not accept blasphemy against Betsy. All right, El Diablo. Folks, El Diablo, I'm gonna actually give A tier. El Diablo hits really damn hard. It's a really solid pistol. It's basically a pistol version of the rifle. It hits just as hard. You can even get a scope for it if you want. The problem with it though is it is resource dependent. You don't get a lot of El Diablo bullets, which is unfortunate. You're gonna get a lot more rifle ammo. But it does draw quickly, it does fire well, it does pack a solid punch. You just don't get enough ammo for it. Now, the flamethrower. Folks, I don't like the flamethrower. I think the flamethrower goes C tier. It's a little slow to crowd control because once you light an enemy on fire, like they do pause and, burn. That includes both, clickers and humans. But the range on it is awful, despite the reality of flamethrowers being long-ranged weapons. Like, flamethrowers, like, if you've ever studied anything from World War II, specifically World War II Pacific history, you'll know that flamethrowers can shoot like 50 meters. Like, they've got range. And having one that only fires like 5 feet in front of you is just crippling. Like, that's not helpful. Because if you're gonna fire a flamethrower at 5 feet away, it better incinerate things, not just make them feel lightly burnt by the sun. Hunting rifle. Hunting rifle's A tier. Solid weapon, start to finish, especially as you increase the capacity. The problem with the hunting rifle, it's loud, it's resource dependent, and I don't know if any of you have noticed this, but the sway in Last of Us is insane. So the farther, like if there's an enemy 2 feet in front of you, you're swinging like this. Like, Joel is perpetually drunk unless you use meds and upgrades on the weapon to reduce sway. It is insane. So hunting rifle is an A tier. Honestly, maybe even drop it to B tier. Like, the sway on it is nuts. Now, it's a solid A. It's a good weapon. Molotov cocktail. Folks, Molotov is S tier. And the reason Molotov is S tier: hits multiple enemies, useful in every situation, great for getting enemies out of cover, AoE, and for the low cost of alcohol and a rag, which are everywhere, by the way, you can make a Molotov. The other thing is, so when you think about the resources you scavenge in the game, you have to think about competition. For example, things that cost duct tape and blades, you gotta be careful using those because there's a lot of stuff that use them. You always wanna make sure you have it for shivs to open doors. We'll get to that. But Molotov is alcohol and rags, which means the only crafting competition it has, which is first aid kits. And if you use first aid kits in Last of Us, you're playing the game wrong. Go out in a blaze of glory, like Joel would want, and just craft more Molotovs. Nail Bomb! Folks, Nail Bomb does cost blades. It takes up that resource. I give Nail Bomb B tier. The thing is, it doesn't get you stun value that Molotov does, and the resources it costs are worse. You Molotov a bloater, you buy yourself a little time. You Nail Bomb a bloater, it's just gonna get annoyed and then probably kill you. Okay. Folks, we're gonna talk about Smoke Bomb. I'm gonna revise Assault Rifle to D tier only because nothing belongs in the same awful tier as Smoke Bomb. Smoke Bomb is by far, in a league of its own, as the worst utility equipment of all time. It is not a smoke bomb. No ninja on Earth could vanish using this smoke bomb. It is the most garbage item I've ever used. I literally used it once, realized it was horrible, have never used it again. You know what? Here's a clip of me using it. It's 5 seconds long. Watch this. I rest my case. Absolute garbage. All right, Revolver I'm giving B tier. So the reason I'm giving Revolver B tier is because you churn through bullets pretty fast. It's crazy loud. Reload speed is garbage, but the Revolver does pack a really good punch. And so Revolver ends up actually being a really good weapon for cleaning up bloaters. It's a good weapon for Shamblers. Shamblers are in Last of Us 2. Ignore that. But Revolver packs some good punch, but it's resource dependent and it reloads slowly. It doesn't have great range, but it's pretty steady as you move. Shiv is A tier. I want to give Shiv S tier, but the thing is, the problem with Shivs is they're expendable. They are expended. Like it costs a use of a Shiv. Like for some reason, we can't get a lump of metal that doesn't break when we stab a clicker in the throat. I don't know why. Ellie's stiletto works just fine. But as soon as we try to stab someone in the throat, everything breaks. I assume Joel is so strong that he's actually crushing the handle of the Shiv and he has nothing left to hold on to. What do I know? If it was reusable, I'd give it S tier, but it's A tier. It's the only way to get rid of clickers in one shot. It's very valuable, but most importantly, Shivs open doors. You always have to have one full Shiv so you can get through those secret doors because there's tons of supplies behind them. Shorty, honestly, I give Shorty a C tier. The Shorty it's just a sawed-off shotgun. It doesn't feel as powerful. I'm not sure I get the point of the Shorty. I don't even really have anything else for that. I just don't get it. Which brings us to Shotgun. Shotgun is solid S tier. It's got good spread, amazing damage. It is the crowd control weapon of choice. It's amazing. And it is a pump shotgun, so you get more than 2 shots. So it's very reliable fallback when you get in a pinch. Love the shotgun to death. Now, special shout out for the military sniper rifle. Folks, there was only one scene in the game that for story reasons you're allowed to use the military sniper rifle. And it is amazing. The military sniper rifle is by far the best weapon in this game. But you only get it for one section, so we're not actually going to count it. But it is really fun, super S tier. So, with all that concluded, the best weapon in the game, honestly, folks, I'm not even being biased here, I'm giving it to Betsy. The brick is the ultimate S tier weapon in Last of Us. Bow has limited ammo. Bricks are everywhere. Pick up some debris, name it after someone you love, and throw it at your enemies. You can't go wrong with Betsy. Now, on the flip side, the smoke bomb is what happens when you craft trash and call it a thing. And then when you throw it, it does nothing. In fact, all it does, smoke bombs cause a slight blurring for your enemies that make them a little annoyed before they shoot you in the face. I do not recommend the smoke bomb. It is the worst thing in existence. So that's our final review. I'll give a side shout out to the bow. It is a phenomenal weapon, but Betsy definitely takes the lead on that. Smoke bomb sucks. A lot of solid S and A tier weapons in this. Don't touch the assault rifle and the smoke bomb. They're stupid. Honorable mention for Ellie Switchblade, of course, because unlike the Shiv, it actually doesn't break. Which, for the record, a Switchblade is far more likely to break than a screwdriver when you stab it in someone's neck, and I want to talk about that. But whatever. You know what? It's fine. So, if you haven't already, drop a comment below. Tell me what your S tier is, what your D tier is, what your F tier is. What do you like? What do you hate? If you like more of these videos, make sure to subscribe, hit that follow button, thumbs up, thumbs down. Tell me what you think. And for all of your needs when it comes to tier lists and rankings like this, I will be back next Saturday. Have a good night, folks.